What's up, everyone? It's Gavin or Tweek.
Dude, this is Matt Randall, but I was in Riddle's stream earlier, and you know the intro song we play?
Yeah.
Just random. So I guess someone's song requested that, and he just goes, "What's up, everyone? It's Gavin or Tweek. If you know, you know." It was so cool. It's Marcus or Pink. What's good?
It's Charles or Chuck. I was like, dude, I do have another name. Why don't I use it?
I gotta say, you were definitely Chuck Nasty all weekend. Chucky Long Island. What's going on, guys? You got Haz or Matt. What's happening, everyone? We're obviously 3 out of 4 of us are just returning from Vegas. I actually got back at like 2 this morning or 1 this morning, and then worked a full day, and also worked a full day yesterday. So
he's correct.
Your boy's a little tired.
Yeah, we're tired.
It was a long event, and I think we'll just jump right into it.
And I liked how there was reward for going 3-0 in the gauntlet, right? Like if you went 3-0, not gauntlet, but 3-0 in the Swiss,
bro,
you got to pick your opponent. You got to draft your opponent.
I love that.
And then it's just so funny because all the top seeds went 3-2 in the Swiss, which was like really funny. So it's like, oh, all these top seeds pick from. And there's still like not all the top seeds, but it was. I don't know. It just adds a little flair to it.
It's dramatic, bro. I love that.
For ego picks, right? Because like Leo went for the on paper pick, right? Leo's like, I'm trying to win this tournament. This is the on paper pick, right? And then Zama comes through. He's like, yo, I'm 1-1 with Riddles. Like, bring that ass over here, you know. And then
well,
like, that's still so sick.
It was hype though. Yeah.
You have the option to.
I was thinking. I really thought Leo might pick me. I really thought he might.
That would have been an ego pick.
He said he thought about it, but he just went with like a matchup thing.
And he was 1,000% right with that pick. That was one of the most dominant 3-0s we saw in the.
I mean, Leo played fantastic the entire weekend. It was insane.
Well, he did drop a game. You know.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. I fist bumped him after he won the tournament.
Yeah, he needs a break. He shouldn't play for a while.
He's got to relax. Yeah. I fist bumped him after he won. I was like, "But what's up with that one game, bro? Like, what happened?" And he like rolled his eyes, like, "I know, I shouldn't have dropped it." Like, I love that he's into this arc where he's like talking shit again, like feeling himself. Like that was cocky Leo. We don't see that a whole lot. He's usually Mr. Quiet, Mr. Humble, like just win your bracket, go home. But no, man, he was talking shit. Like,
I mean, this tournament was just
hilarious.
A different experience too. Yeah, so
day 1.
I knew my first match was Ken. So shoutouts to Sonics because I've played against Sonics so many times online and we've played in tournament, and he's like one of my practice partners, I would go as far to say. It kind of just, we kept playing so much to the point where I kind of realized like, oh, like this person is like one of the main people in my life pushing me to get better at Smash, just because we played so much online. So I was super ready to play against Ken. I had a game plan. I was really ready for any stage. It was like an hour-long set or something. It wasn't even game 5. It was 3-1. So imagine how long it would have been if it went to game 5. But game 1, I virtually timed him out. He like went for a risky thing to try to even the game up, and I spiked him at like 10%. Game 2, he timed me out. Game 3, I timed him out with a crazy like risky setup. And
you were behind game 3, right? In percent.
Yes,
right. Say the situation. This shit was crazy.
He had a lead. I got a couple hits, and he was running away, and I like threw a banana from full screen. It like barely touched him in the air, and I just barreled into him, and it gave me a 4% lead with like 5 seconds left. And I ran away and then did like an up B off screen, and he whiffed a homing attack, and I won. And then game 4 was like last stock. Like it was basically the fastest game, but it was still virtually like a minute or 2 left, at maybe a minute.
So you barrels into him with Diddy, which also does what, like 5% to you?
6. It does 6 damage to Diddy, and I had a 4% lead after the hit.
After, that's what I was saying. Did you do the math before you do that, or were you like, it's close enough?
I knew I would be winning.
Yeah.
But it was still a close call. Like when I saw it was 4%, I was like, wow, that's even less than I expected.
You're like, oh shit! Like
I was like, oh my god.
Calculated.
The crowd, like I mean, not a lot of people were watching, but people in the venue were watching. Like everyone was freaking out. Even I looked behind and I was like, did y'all just see that? That was so insane.
Those are the most intense sets when it's
Oh
like
my-
time and then like someone like pivots the percent or whatever. It
is so messed up. That was the most fun I had in the entire bracket. Like my entire weekend, that was the most exhilarating, the most fun I had. Like, and it was just timeouts over and over. But
people be complaining about timeouts, but if they go down to a situation like that, there's nothing bad.
The last few seconds are like the craziest.
They're insane. You just gotta wait 7 minutes to get there, which sucks.
Exactly. Yeah. So I won 3-1, and I was just so like, I was like trying to collect myself, but I mean that final moment was so like awesome. And then my next set was Kola. This is probably the one that upset me the most. I lost 3-0 and it felt like I never had any footing. Like I was dropping basic stuff. But there are moments where I think Kola played really well. Like the ledge trapping, like it felt like Kola was like smothering me and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't figure out a stage that was comfortable. And I think a lot of this is mostly on Kola. I just couldn't get comfortable, honestly. So I really want to like reevaluate that matchup and everything, especially because I was really looking forward to the set because I also lost the previous set. So Kola is definitely on like the list for someone I really want to beat now.
Not the list.
Bringing it up again.
I really want to beat Kola because of the 2 losses in a row. But yeah, like I don't have a lot to say because it was probably the most lost I felt, especially because it's not like it's like a weird matchup that I don't know or something like that. It's just I just couldn't get anything started.
You historically seem to have a pretty tough time with Roy. I've noticed.
Yeah, it's weird because
which is really
on paper when I play friendlies or like when I think of character matchups, it never feels like it's a big problem. But statistically in tournament, I lose more than I win versus Roy.
Goblin and Kola recently too.
Yeah, like pretty much every time I play against a really good Roy, I lose. So I think there's definitely something to dive into there. And then after that, I think it was Sisqui. And that was more of a like, okay, this matchup is so bad. Like I was really trying to collect myself and like be ready for that. Game 1 went really well. And that was about it, honestly, versus Sisqui. I couldn't get off the ledge. I couldn't kill. Like, Samus is really heavy, has a specific trip animation, like, always has a hitbox somewhere. Like, so I think, but that one, I feel like I know what I want to do next time, which is great in comparison to the Kola set. So that's pretty good. And I have beaten Sisqui before. So it's like, okay, like, but after that set, I was pretty down because it's like, damn, I'm 1-2. Like, if I lose one more set, like, I can't even play tomorrow. Like, I was like, in my head, I'm like, I really want to keep playing Smash, like, in the bracket. Like, I want to play tomorrow. And my next set was Myran. And I was like, okay, like, I just fought Samus Diddy. Now I have to fight Olimar Diddy. And in terms of, like, a matchup, it's like very similar in terms of like this is just a bad matchup. You know what I mean? Like the ratio is just like Diddy Kong is having zero fun. A lot of the hits are going to be difficult to land. And I actually just went Sephiroth in the mindset of like I think I'm about to just go like get eliminated. And I won 3-0. Game 1 was last hit and I did a suicide Octoslash to win off stage. And I was like, wow, like I was just chilling, like relaxed, and I kind of just treated it like a friendly set, and it went well. Like as the set progressed, I feel like I did better and better. So I was like, okay, cool. Maybe Sephiroth is on the table for some of these matchups for this bracket specifically, even though I haven't played him in months, and even though I did do it, I still wish I didn't because I think in the long term it's lazy because I don't plan on going Sephiroth in the first place. But that's another topic. So I had to play Big D.
Yeah, should have been Cloud instead.
Honestly,
I played Big D, and what's funny is right before I left for this tournament, I made a matchup chart for Diddy just for fun, just for myself. I did send it to like Dakpo, who's a Diddy player, So I didn't like tweet it out or anything. It was mostly just for myself. Like I think it was right before I left. I was just waiting to go to the airport. And there's 2 characters I put in like an I don't know category where I think they might beat Diddy, but I don't have the experience. And lo and behold, one of them was Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers and Me Gunner for anyone who's interested.
Me Gunner, wow.
And so if I didn't go Sephiroth against Myron the set before this, I would have just went Diddy and just tried to figure it out. But I started Sephiroth because I was like, all right, I'm just going to back air until Nana dies or something. Like, that was it. That was the entire game plan. And it just didn't go that well. I feel like the Diddy did all right, but Big D's a fantastic player. In my head, I was like, all right, I just need to figure this out quickly. I do wish I went Diddy the whole set, or I wish I had more time to play it out, because I feel like it was getting a little better. But like Marcus said, Big D was like playing some of the, like, out of everyone in the venue, Big D was playing like among the hottest.
And I also think he's an incredible player. I've been
he's
watching him for a long
so
time.
good. I talked to him for a while too. He's so nice.
He's the nicest guy. He's the tallest,
he's great.
like,
He's
quietest
amazing
guy. Yeah, he rules, dude. We had dinner together one night because they gave us dinner in the venue, and he was like looking for a seat. I'm like, you want to sit here? And we hung out and talked, and he's like the nicest,
amazing
dude, bro.
Like
the
I
most Canadian dude
Smash,
you've ever met. Yeah,
the most Canadian dude.
Just so nice and humble, like just the sweetest guy. And then he just beats your ass with Ice Climbers, like it's wild.
We talked about, like, because we play like very specific characters, like specific matchups and specific game plans. So we talked about all of our stuff and our matchups, our problem matchups, because we might have played earlier. So we were just chatting because we ended up not playing. We did end up playing after that. But yeah, I was like talking to him. I was like, yeah, like I'm glad we got to play, because now I like know, even though I basically don't know much at all, I know something about Diddy Ice Climbers. I think it's doable after playing it. I lost, but I feel like a couple different things, maybe a different stage or two, maybe playing it a little better. I think it was winnable. So that's cool.
You got to consider too, he hit his head on the ceiling so many times that weekend, so like he wasn't even at 100% because he's so tall, right? Like, he seriously was walking and everyone was like looking at him because his head was like scraping the ceiling.
Yeah.
What is he, 6'7", 6'6", something like? Bro, he's way taller than Gavin, which is saying Gavin's a pretty tall guy.
I think he's taller than 6'6".
Dude, holy shit, he really is super tall. I do have to say too, like,
he did completely skip a set though. Yeah, I skipped the Meister set. So
the banana sundae combos.
So after fighting Myron, I was 2-2. So I went from thinking, like, damn it, I'm gonna I gotta go home. Like, I'm not gonna play. Like I'm not gonna be in the final bracket. And then all of a sudden I'm 2-2, and I'm like, wait, I have one more. I want to win. And it was between Meister or Big D. So, and it ended up being Meister. And it's funny. So I was actually sitting next to KEN while these were being decided, like just waiting. And I was like saying, like, Sephiroth is actually on the table because I warmed him up. And he just looked at me. He's like, no, absolutely do not go Sephiroth.
No.
Versus Game & Watch. He's like, no, do not. And when I said I still was considering, he's just laughing. He's like, no way. Like, everyone I've talked to about Game & Watch thinks Sephiroth Game & Watch is surprisingly just like way worse than you could imagine. And Diddy does fantastic in my opinion. So I went Diddy.
Wait, back up, because this pisses me off, because you confused me for we talked about this before we went live. I was like, bro, I thought Diddy did bad in this matchup because you went Sephiroth against Game & Watch for so long. Like, I thought you had a plan, but why were you doing
it's
that?
Just pride. It's just pride.
It was his Sephiroth phase.
You caught him you caught every time he's done it. You caught him during his Sephiroth phase.
Yeah, it's
they
like
have top players, bro.
Sometimes I don't pick characters for matchups. Sometimes I pick things for myself.
Why not? What the hell is it?
I'm stupid.
What the hell? That
was when it was like. It's like,
but I also didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know.
Sephiroth did, or did he? Which one isn't that bad?
I didn't know Sephiroth did that bad.
Oh, well. You had Diddy. You knew Diddy won. I don't care what Sephiroth does.
I did.
You confused me. I was like, he must do bad. He must do bad. Gavin's not playing Diddy. He plays like Diddy. He plays Diddy against Pac-Man.
Good character matchups.
Oh my god. I hate you, bro. You plagued my brain. I was like, oh, for sure Diddy doesn't do well in this
I
matchup.
picked the wrong answer a lot for many years. And
yeah, but usually it's because you want to play Diddy. So when you don't go Diddy, I assume there's a huge problem. God damn it, dude. Anyway.
Yeah, so it went pretty well, and I think it's the best I played the entire event. Was that set? I
knew you were feeling yourself when you turned around after the first banana slamma.
That
Oh
shit
my
was so
god,
funny.
bro! Then you did it again because you turned around like it was a once in a lifetime thing because it is obviously hard to hit and technical and all that shit. Then you just did it again. And we were like, what the hell? We didn't know what to do on the couch, honestly.
I just think I played well. I played against a character that lets me do my thing. I can just run around and be annoying, and I had a game plan. Like I felt confident even when I was down. So yeah, I think that was great. It's my favorite W because it was a run back. I've been getting a lot of chances for run backs lately, but I've been losing them. This was a run back that I actually managed to get a W. So I have something to work with, you know what I mean, to be happy about. Do not look at Game & Watch's percent for that clip, by the way. That was perfectly reasonable. Sakurai, if you're watching, please don't do anything.
Bring back the Infinite.
Don't come back.
No more patches.
Dude, imagine Gavin with the Diddy Infinite. Oh my god.
Gosh. I'd have at least a few more dubs under my belt. Let's just say that.
You think?
And by a few, I mean most dubs.
You already know. Ban Diddy Kong. Ban him. Ban the Infinite.
So yeah, then the Big D set was after that, and that was my the Big D was round 1 of the final bracket, and then I played Gluto.
It resets everyone into winners. I think that's something we have to know.
So that was winners.
Yeah.
So then I was in losers going to Sunday. Sunday I played Gluto. That was my last set. I lost 3-0, but it also feels like I won because it was just game 1. I was winning the whole time. I got wafted, and then it was last hit, and I barely died to a back air. Game 2, I was winning, and I literally died at 40% in the middle of the screen on my last stock. And it was just so hard to bounce back from losing those games. I was just pretty defeated. I wasn't in the worst spirits ever, but I was taking physical damage from these matches. I was working my ass off, and then I was just dying at 0. I was very, very sad after the set. I don't think I played terrible. I think there's a couple things, obviously any other set. But I just really wanted to move on, and it was one of those things where it was hard to believe I lost because of how the games went. I really wanted to keep playing, but I was really, really defeated for an hour. But that's the thing. It was only an hour, and I immediately went back into the venue, and I just grinded for hours.
With Donkey Kong.
I messed around.
Well,
I messed around. Got the salt out. Then I played Diddy really seriously versus a couple people, and then I played some some random doubles money matches with Chag, and we lost 0 sets.
Huh?
We won every single set against every player that sat down. I think those were some great final thoughts. I think that about wraps it up for this week. Once again, thank you to everyone for making that event possible. It was an honor to be there. And but there is Let's Make Moves Miami this weekend. I will be there.
Nice.
Traditional bracket this time. And
Charles will be there too.
Yeah.
Yes, I will
and I will be trying my ass off